Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach him to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. That's the core of our idea, Teach to Teach, which we're glad to be able to present you today. We're from Enactus University of Cologne. My name is Michelle, this is Michael, and completing our team is Lukas.
Before we start talking about our project, let me tell you a short story. More than 20 years ago, my mother and I came here to Germany as political refugees from Ukraine after the collapse of the Soviet Union. Her goal was always a better life and a safe future for herself, but especially for me, her son. And as you see, now I'm here, standing right in front of you. But to be honest, I doubted that this would be possible if she hadn't met my German stepfather, who supported me throughout my whole childhood and especially during my school time. However, refugees are not only a problem of previous days. Still today, there are refugees and other people reaching Germany and other countries every single year. As you can see, there are different reasons for it. War, persecution, religious or cultural persecution, or even unemployment. In the last 5 years, there were more than 4 million people reaching Germany. They migrated here, and we believe that this number will grow in the future. As you can see, finally arrived. Many of those people gain access to governmental assistance. But in most cases, this support is still amendable. And we thought, who is concerned about this issue?
Particularly parents. Their main interest is to offer their children a better future and a better life than they may have had. The key in this case is knowledge, because to us, knowledge is equal to a successful future. And that's where we want to step in and take action. A short question. Does any one of you have children? Certainly most of you made the experience that your children had questions concerning homework or other school issues. I guess you've been able to answer most or maybe all of their questions. But not every parent coming from countries like Syria or Romania is able to do so. Missing language skills, deficits regarding knowledge of the German school system, and a lack of general knowledge, these are the main reasons why a lot of their children's intellectual potential remains unused and the children miss important educational opportunities.
As you can see, over 37% of German children reach the baccalaureate. For comparison, only 15% of the primary pupils with migration background reach the same level. Therefore, it's not unlikely that these children, or many of these children with migration background, will face difficulties when it comes to supporting their own children in the future.
Today's failures of our society effectuate that the problems will be transmitted into the next generation. And therefore, the aim of a better future cannot be reached. So instead of offering private teaching for pupils, we want to help people to help themselves. That's why we aim for teaching the parents, our people in need, to empower them so they can support their children on their own, without help from the outside.
And to make them able to do this, we want to establish workshops for the parents. And those shall be split into 2 parts. The first one, they get taught in German language. Then we'll make them familiar with the German education system, including its functions, the course contents, and the motivation and didactic techniques. We believe that these measures do not only increase the linguistic understanding, but they will also improve the integration process into our society. And for the conceptual design and the development of our project, we consider following steps.
Let's start right ahead this month, October 2013. In the upcoming weeks, we want to start with our planning phase. This includes the acquisition of teaching staff and cooperation partners. For example, we could try to convince native speakers for our project who have already been in a similar situation and are aware of the problems. Another possibility might be appealing to academic professorship chairs. Furthermore, we want to focus on the elaboration of the workshop content and the teaching methods.
Other questions we asked ourselves are, does the use of an interactive learning platform make sense? How many participants should take part in each course? Considering religious or cultural differences, should we split genders? And how could the workshops be arranged so they don't coincide with the parents' working times? By the start of the next year, we want to find answers to all these questions. And then we want to organize the different groups based on various aspects, like general knowledge, like the, language skills, and the children's classes.
After 3 or 4 months, in April 2014, we want to evaluate our work in order to optimize the courses. From the parents' feedback, we want to get a first idea to the benefits of our endeavor. And afterwards, the courses will be improved based on the results. Finally, when the school year ends, we want to begin the plans for our project's automatization. This includes the search for a long-term course instructor and the assignment of the different fields of responsibility.
The project should be in a stage now to hand it over to our cooperation partners. Then we can withdraw and let our partners manage the project on their own. Nevertheless, we will still be available as intermediator, so we can still help if any problem emerges. And the following aspects can be used to measure the project's success: the number of participants, the number of courses, and the grades, the progress of the parents. Additionally, in the long-term view, we believe that the number of cooperating schools and the grades of the parents' children will show us the impact of our project.
The final questions are: how does our project Teach to Teach match to Ferrero, and in which way can Ferrero support us? Regarding the first question, our project includes Ferrero's well-known principle, lavorare, creare, donare. We want to give the parents the possibility to develop their skills so they can create a better situation for themselves and their children. The other principle, learn, act, grow, is also included in our project. We want our people in need, the parents, to take action. We want them to learn, to act on their own, and to grow with their challenges.
And how could Ferrero participate? Well, there are two different ways: an ideational and a material one. On the one hand, you can give us support regarding the organizational structure. And with the help of your experts, we could improve our abilities to show the parents how to improve or how to motivate their children and to solve problems. And especially when it comes to interpersonal or cultural difficulties, we can use your knowledge and your experience. As an international company, you might help us also with finding proper instructors and cooperation partners. And on the other hand, you could also provide us with the necessary materials, like pens, like exercise books, learning softwares, and more.
As you see, there's a great potential for a whole society and the parents and their children if we bring these generations together in an effective and innovative way. On top of that, there are also lots of chances for future employers like Ferrero. So we are sure that with your support, we could get the best out of this project and help pave the way for a successful future. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.